Isiah Factor Uncensored starts now.
And welcome to the first live edition of the early Factor Uncensored at 8 o'clock. Remember to join us tonight at 10:30 for the big show. But we're going to talk about a few hot topics that people are talking about on social media and around the community. One thing that many people are talking about is FIFA, the World Cup, where individuals are in from an international market in the city of Houston. Many business owners are hoping that they will benefit from all of the visitors coming to the Houston area to watch the game. But then there is a problem when it comes to business owners, restaurant owners in the downtown Edo area. They're saying they're not reaping the benefits as they anticipated with the arrival of FIFA World Cup 2026. And Houston Lala, who is a social media influencer and personality here in Houston, talked about it on her page. Let's take a look at what she had to say first, and then we will bring her in live here.
I can't hear you.
Hey guys, happy Monday. So I'm seeing all over the news that a lot of businesses are hurting because they overhired staff, they over-ordered food and stuff for visitors for the World Cup, and I think Houston did not get the amount of visitors they expected. And it's really sad to see, but why do you guys think a lot of people didn't come to Houston, or people are not exploring? I feel like people are just going to Fan Fest, which is great, but that's like the only thing to do in Houston is Fan Fest, or people are just not outside. We don't have enough visitors. So I think we didn't get as much economic impact, I think, as people expected for bars and restaurants. And it's interesting to see that, and sad for a lot of businesses. Main Street is dead. It's slow. Nobody's walking around. Nobody's really visiting before, during, or after games. What do you guys think caused this for Houston? You know, I know a lot of people expected World Cup to be huge, a lot of people to come, a lot of visitors, and it didn't turn out to be that way. Like, what has changed? The economy, people don't want to spend, people don't want to go outside, like.
And to put that in context to what Lala was saying, because the Fan Fest is closed today, the Fan Fest was closed and will likely be closed most of the week because of the weather. County officials, city officials, and FIFA officials came up with that decision, making sure they want to keep the public safe. But because people realized or heard that Fan Fest was shut down for today, Monday specifically, many business owners in the area are saying they are not seeing the fans out. And so they're not reaping the benefits as they anticipated as a result of FIFA World Cup being here in the city of Houston. Now, initially, we were told that the international crowd the visitorship would be low. We only saw an 11% increase in the number of hotel bookings here in the Houston area, and only 36% increase in Airbnb. So Lala is here to join us to talk about it. She has been in direct contact with many of the business bar restaurant owners out there saying, look, we need some help. If you can get on social media telling her to let people know we're open and we're not closed because Fan Fest is closed, of course, get on social media. And of course, she's been doing that. So Lala, what are you hearing from business owners out there?
I think a lot of people expected a lot more out of this, and it's not really showing, and everyone has their mixed reviews. But for the most part, all the comments were that people don't want to spend money. The festival is too expensive, from drinks to food. The weather's not helping either, but I don't know. I think there wasn't enough marketing for a lot of places. The only thing you really saw was just the Fan Fest and then a couple banners here and there, but no real big marketing for the World Cup. When we did the Super Bowl, it was nuts in the city. World Cup's supposed to be bigger, and I think it just wasn't pushed to its max like it maybe should have been. And it's sad to see a lot of bars and restaurants really are hurting and reaching out for help because they're not getting the people coming in. Like if FanFest is full or it rains, they think, oh, nothing's happening downtown, and it's not true.
Lala, did you say FIFA World Cup only put up a few banners?
No, no, no. The FIFA Fan Fest did its thing. Houston didn't really decorate or nothing. I mean, there's a couple murals and a couple flags downtown, but there really wasn't such a big deal. I don't
And you're
know.
right. A lot of people are upset about this. I know Juan Hernandez, who owns Texas Tailgate. He is right there on the
Yeah.
perimeter, right on the edge of FanFest. And he said he wasn't seeing the business that he anticipated. He's not right in the middle, like Kings Court, like Pitch 25,
Yeah.
like Little Woodrow's,
If you're not
like
on that
Pitch Live.
street, if you're not on that back street behind George R. Brown, there's nothing. Like I'm on the other side, but Discovery Green, and it's dead. There's nothing going on over here. There's a couple vendors in Discovery Green, food vendors that they did announce they were going to have, and those poor vendors are not selling anything. It's really sad.
Yeah,
So
it's tough out there. What we saw really quick, Keyshawn Marshall, who's a producer here on the Isiah Factor. What we saw with Juan at Texas Tailgate, he started selling parking spots because the people from FanFest were parking in his lot. So he said, "I've got to make some money somehow, some way." So he started charging $20 a head for people to park there, and then they walked on their merry way to FanFest. Keyshawn, go ahead.
So I just want to read some of the comments because we have some commenters in our chat room. We have Judge Dreads who says the competition was with FanFest. He also says most Houstonians don't care about soccer. Is that true?
I'm not sure about that. Lala, you would probably agree with me. Like when Mexico played, there was a huge turnout. And when you go to some of these Houston Dynamo games,
yeah,
maybe it's niche. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's not like basket. And okay, give him his credit, Keyshawn. Maybe he's right. Give him his credit. Maybe he's right. But there's a small dedicated group that they dedicate their time to watching soccer, supporting soccer here in the city of Houston, but it's nowhere near basketball. It's nowhere near baseball or football.
And someone else says the weather. No one feels like going out. Just want to stay home.
Well, and if it's not raining, it's very hot. I mean, people were passing out at the Mexico game, so the opening game.
Yeah, you can't win for losing here in the city of Houston. You're going to get one extreme or another. I was driving in on 45, headed southbound, and there were tons of cars stuck in the water. And of course, it's the same spot and the same area every time it rains and we get some flooding. You find people stuck in that area. But yeah, weather definitely played a role here in the city of Houston. Lala, any suggestions? What are you telling business owners? Obviously, you're hopping on social media trying to get the word out. What do they say?
They definitely want me to come out and let people know to support local venues, bars, restaurants. I think, like I said, if the Fan Fest is full or if it's closed because it's raining, people need to know they can go to the bars. The bars are showing the games with audio on. They got drink specials, they got food specials. But something I did see, I was promoting some places downtown and midtown, and a lot of the comments I got were, "Oh, parking's too expensive," or "They're gonna probably charge to get in," or "It's going to be too packed downtown." And it's really not. It's kind of like a ghost town down here. You see a couple people walking down through downtown off the metro rails, but nothing like I expected it to be. Like they were talking about so many people were supposed to be here, and it's just not like that. And it's really crazy to see that. Like, have times changed? Is it the economy, or is it just maybe soccer is not such
A lot of people are blaming the political climate here in America. And there were a long list of people who found their visas delayed, and they have not been able to get into the country. I think there was a referee who is from, from Africa. I can't think of the country there on the continent of Africa, but he arrived in Miami and was turned away. And they said he could not get into the USA. So we've seen a lot of visa global entries denied. So, that's all a part of
Maybe
it
it
as
is
well.
just weird times. It is like some weird times. Yeah.
So we only have about 30 minutes that we're on. So I want to go to the next story. A tragic story out of Brazil. 21-year-old died from a rope jumping activity that some people do, not most people do. And I want to play the video. It's so sad. It's a little graphic, but
we don't see her die, right?
We don't see her die. We don't see her
Okay,
die.
all right.
We don't see it.
Ooh, go ahead.
What happened? Yeah, let me see how.
Ooh, was that Lala? Okay.
No.
There we go.
Okay, let's play it.
Oh, okay. Stop. Oh, stop. You know, when I saw that, it gave me chills. She was there, bungee jumping, and of course, she and her partner, God, he got so sick seeing her die like that. He had to be transported to the hospital.
Sure.
Those 6 individuals who were lifting her and throwing her off, she was supposed to be attached to a bungee cord, but she wasn't. They forgot to attach her. And so they threw her off without the rope. It's just mind blowing, but they have all been arrested and they're charged with homicide. 2 attempted to escape. When she fell, they took off running. It took military helicopters to chase them down in the area. She was on Skeleton Bridge. Now, Skeleton Bridge is not because it's scary or dangerous, because they didn't complete it. And it's used for adventure sports like that. And so they are not licensed. They shouldn't have been doing it. And so now they're all charged with murder as a result of that. It's just shocking. She is 21-year-old, just graduated from college, is into extreme sports like that. She loved it. Who knew this would be the end of her life, Keyshawn? I mean, and I think I checked the records. There have been at least 23 people since 1986 who have died as a result of bungee cord jumping, and that's 1 in 500,000. Not that many, but when you see it, it is shocking, just extremely shocking.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys ever did any extreme sports or any bungee jumping, diving, or anything like that?
I'm sure Lala has. What have you done, Lala?
That I wouldn't do. That's for sure. I wouldn't even skydive. So bungee jumping, no, sir. But that's crazy. Like that's the wildest thing that I've seen. And honestly, I don't even know how those guys didn't know what they were doing unless they just. I don't know, man. That whole thing is wild.
Yeah, and it's shocking. You can't get past that. 6 people. There were 6 men lifting her, and no one checked to see if the bungee cord was attached. They just threw her.
And even if it wasn't a legit place, how did she not know it wasn't legit? Did she sign a waiver? Did she check for safety? Because I know if I'm going to bungee jump, I'm checking all of that. Make sure my cord is on, because no.
And sometimes I think, when you're an individual who is into extreme sports like that, you take it for granted that all the safety, they've gone over the entire safety checklist. And I've done this before. I'm okay. The people who are viewing, there was a large crowd out there watching as well. So they were traumatized. But the boyfriend had to be taken to the hospital. He just could not breathe after seeing that. But you'd expect, you and I, Lala, would definitely go over that safety checklist. But I think maybe because she had experience, she thought, well, these guys know what they're doing. She didn't realize that they were not licensed.
I've never seen anybody bungee jump like that, though. Usually it's like a deck. It's set up right. They just were on top of a rock.
Well, I mean, that's sign number 1. Like,
that's sign number 1. It's not even funny, but it's a little mind-blowing.
Bless her heart, bless her family. It's just, it's horrible. It sent chills.
And now that's going to make people be afraid to bungee jump. That's going to be in people's minds. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you should. I was scared before this. So our comments said, was she drinking or something? That's horrible. Were they drinking? One person says, I'm not hiking in no woods or swimming in the ocean either. Hell no.
I agree. Why jump out a good plane, Keyshawn?
DL told me not to go skydiving or bungee jumping. Okay, DL. Okay. All right. So let's take a quick break. We'll take a little 2-minute break, and then we'll come back with more on what's coming up tonight on The Factor at 10:30.
Absolutely. We want to wish that woman's family the best. It's just a tragedy seeing that. And that was the first time I've seen it that deep, Keyshawn. We'll be back.
Yes. All right, we're back. Lala, you there?
Yeah.
You hear us? Okay.
Okay.
So we're back. So Isaiah, what's coming up tonight? 10:30.
Well, we are focusing on several great stories for The Factor Uncensored tonight at 10:30, and you may have seen this already on social media. I don't even want to say shocking because it's so routine now, but it's ugly and it puts an ugly face on FIFA World Cup 2026. There is this video of the South Korea Czech Republic game that takes place. It took place last Thursday. By the way, Korea won 2-1 against the Czech Republic. But you see a Korean social media influencer taking a video of herself, but behind her, there's a gentleman from Mexico who is seen making the slanted eye move in that video. And of course, that went viral, that went worldwide. And he has since apologized, but I think he has resigned from his job. He is getting a lot of backlash as a result. His name is Ulysses Miramontes, and her name, the influencer's name is Yoon Si Jin, and his name is Ulysses Miramontes, and that has gone viral. And it's the kind of face we don't want to put on FIFA World Cup 2026, especially with Houston being a host city. But this occurred in Mexico last Thursday. And also coming up on The Factor Uncensored, we're going to talk about these teen takeovers. Now, we've had this fancy lady who's been sitting in her window in a high rise in downtown Houston, gathering evidence and video for us, and that is Lala. You've had some incredible video, and you have seen these teenagers take over Discovery Green downtown area, just running amok, running wild. You had some video that you reported. There was actually a shooting, right, Lala? How has this been, for those of us who don't live in the downtown area?
In the high rise.
It's crazy. It's a crazy scene, man, to be up front and centered and even be in it, not a part of it, but be in it. I've been seeing it since it started, and just to get that kind of coverage, honestly, this past weekend, it gave me anxiety. It was very intense watching all those kids all over the street and the cops, and then you see people running, and then you hear shooting. So I could hear the gunshots from my balcony. So I was like, is that firecrackers or is that a gun? But apparently it was gunshots. And then just the teens that aren't listening to the police, it's pretty wild. And then you see families that are scattering from the park, grabbing their kids, freaking out, not knowing what's going on. So it's a mess.
And Lala, what is it like to have that invade your neighborhood, your community? Obviously, downtown is a very public place, but we don't expect kids running amok like that in downtown Houston or any area. What is that like for you? And have you talked to any of your neighbors at your building?
Oh yeah, a lot of the neighbors were outside recording. They were on the Citizens app taking videos. A lot of concerned neighbors in the building. We had police all over the property, but I mean, these kids weren't listening. They weren't leaving, and I guess there's certain rules and laws where they can't tell them to leave or they can ask them, but if they don't want to listen, they don't have to go. So they were out there till 1, 2 in the morning, just sitting on the curbs, hanging out. And there was a lot of videos I saw where they were like, "Oh, I got a ticket. I don't care about the police." Like it was just, it's interesting to see this new generation. They have no respect, no value for people. And I know they want to do something fun and they want to get out of the house. And if there's no harm done and you're respecting the law, okay. But I mean, this is kind of crossing boundaries and it's concerning a lot of people that are just publicly walking around with their dogs, their kids. And, a lot of people in the comments were saying, oh, well, maybe if we had Astro World or activities, these kids aren't worried about none of that. They want to be
Yeah.
outside.
Well, what's the point of this? Well, what's the purpose? Like,
Right.
why? What's the reason? What is the reason?
Cause chaos.
Yeah, and I think at the core, it's social media, to get on social media and show what you missed out on. And of course, the next group. And Keyshawn, you've covered this on The Factor. This has been your focus for quite some time. I mean, what was it like to see it continue to grow? We have seen it grow all around the country. We've seen videos out of Atlanta. We've seen videos out of
DC, Chicago,
yeah,
New York. It's when we first did this story a few months ago, Houston wasn't really on the radar, but now it's beginning to. You see it more now. You're seeing it more here. So it just seems like kids are just following each other.
Yeah.
They're just want some type of recognition on social media, and we're giving it to them, I guess.
The biggest incident we saw here in Houston before all of this was Willowbrook Mall, where they went to Willowbrook Mall and they did a mall takeover there. And they were supposedly going to go to the Woodlands Mall. And of course, Montgomery County had a bunch of deputies, plainclothes, undercover, just about everything ready and waiting for them. But they heard that the teenagers had canceled the Woodlands Mall, so they never did arrive there. So I guess downtown Discovery Green was the next natural target. So it's just crazy seeing that video of those kids running wild like that in downtown Houston. And now I feel like the old folk, get off my lawn. Did you say that to them? Like, get off my grass, damn you.
You know what? In my head, I was like, I should go down there and interview some of them and be like, what are y'all doing? But they would probably be like, get out of here.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, we recently we saw, I think, Keyshawn, in Washington, D.C., where parents will be prosecuted for these teen takeovers. They have an ordinance there, or law. In the city, it's called an ordinance. Statewide, and of course, federally, it's called a law. But in there, they have an ordinance that they would use to prosecute parents. So if parents don't get a handle on those kids, they could end up paying the price criminally. What do you think about that, guys? Do you think that's something we should take a look at here in the city of Houston if it continues to get worse?
If it continues to grow, we need to hold some people accountable, I think. And who else but the parents? That's what some of our commenters are saying. Where the parents at? That's what Judge Dredd said. Where the parents at?
I'm surprised they're not putting a curfew.
Downtown? That's a good question. How do they even get downtown?
Uber. I was watching it. They were getting dropped off in Uber.
Wow.
Lala was there from beginning to end. She's taking down license tags.
No, I got back downtown and I was watching kids getting dropped off by Ubers on every corner. It was crazy. But if Houston doesn't gain control of this right now or put a curfew or something, there's another one scheduled for this weekend and next weekend already at Discovery. So if it happens again, it's going to be really bad.
Yeah, and you're right. At this point, it's no one's fault but our own if we're not prepared. The third time is the charm. We'll have Houston City Council member Dr. Carolyn Shabazz on. We'll have Andy Kahn with Houston Crime Stoppers. We did reach out to the city council member, but he said he was busy. Joaquin, do you know him? Lala, Google it. Producer Keyshawn, Houston City Council member, but he represents that area. But it will take getting the mayor's attention, I'm sure, and of course some of these law enforcement officials. Mainly, it should be brought to the attention of Precinct 1. They have a heavy presence. The Constable's Office, Precinct 1 in downtown Houston, HPD, and Metro. They're not that busy with FIFA right now.
There was police walking around full rifles around the kids. That was crazy to see. It was bad.
Yeah, that's scary. I hate to see that because you don't want one of the kids being shot as a result of, a bad move that one of them may make or someone takes it as a threat. So I just hate it's gotten this bad, but we'll talk about that. What else is on the show tonight, Keyshawn?
We have the racism, we have team takeovers, we have
UFC at the White House. We'll talk about that.
UFC at the White House, which is crazy. We have 2 minutes left in our stream.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
2 minutes left in our stream, but we have UFC.
Okay. Well, we want to remind people to make sure you join us tonight at 10:30 for the Factor Uncensored, where we will have a long list of guests. And of course, Lala will join us there. Maybe Judge Dredd will join us too.
Yes, Judge Dredd.
He'll stick with us through 10:30 tonight, from 10:30 to 11:30 on Fox 26. And of course, we're usually on YouTube, not tonight because FIFA's going on. But if you want to follow us on YouTube at Isiah Factor Uncensored, that's our new YouTube page. We need to pay these bills. Lala, help us out. We need followers, subscribers. All our lives we had to fight. Okay. One battle after another.
Send me the link. I'm going to post
it. But of course, the Factor's coming your way. Go ahead, Keyshawn.
Before we go, I got to give a shout out to my Knicks. Y'all know.
Oh, of course. New York guy.
We turned up this weekend, so I got to shout out my Knicks.
New York Knicks.
But I love
defeated San Antonio. Who are you pulling for, Lala? New York or San Antonio? San Antonio.
I didn't care really, but what I didn't like seeing was how the fans were treating each other. Like, just the New York was a mess. I love New York City, but New York was crazy.
I was a little embarrassed.
Yeah, they were a mess, but I was like, man, they're mean.
Are y'all that mean, Keyshawn?
We're a little aggressive. That's what they say.
Kind of in your face.
What's his name? Throwing water. Wemby? Throwing water bottles or eggs at Wemby? But what?
They're doing embarrassing New Yorkers, but we won.
All right. We want to remind our viewers and thank you guys for joining us online and chatting with us, and continue to bring your comments. Even on the Factor tonight, we'll be taking your message, your text. So send us that. And of course, join us tonight at 10:30 on the Factor Uncensored. Judge Dredd, we're looking for you. We're looking for you tonight.
And shout out to everybody who's been commenting. Like, we love
that. Absolutely.
We're going to continue doing this. We're going to continue doing this. So.
Yeah, I'm going to do this in between naps and the show. I'm asleep now. You just don't know it. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tonight, 10:30 on the Factor Uncensored.